Home team Emery Spartans wearing number 0 is a sophomore forward, Breck Griffin. Wearing number 2 is a senior guard, Porter Citrid. Wearing number 12 is a junior forward, Maddox Tanny. Number 22 is a junior guard, A.J. Thomas. And finally wearing number 23, a junior forward, Garrett Conover for the Emery Spartans. So it is an Emery team with just the one senior, as you heard, where you've got Grantsville starting at 4 seniors in this game as well. So we'll see how that could even be a piece there too with the more of a senior-heavy team.
When you take those seniors and what experience do they have? You talk about Grantsville, they're just getting back here. They haven't had some of that. Emery's been here forever. It's going to be really, because that can have an effect, especially like you said, the 9:30 game. I thought you asked some really good questions there as coaches prepare for that early morning game. How do they do it? Did they run some early practices? They've really had a long time to prepare. 3 days is a long time this time of year, because you're usually at 1 and 2, right? So preparation can be in place here.
And again, they did have Monday off again with President's Day, so that gave them those opportunities for that early morning practice.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no school in the way. Once in a while I would even influence on school if I needed to.
Officials are setting to go. The tip is up, and it will be controlled by Conover for the Spartans. Griffin brings it across the timeline. He'll back out on the T-Bird logo as Coach Justice gives the call. Bounces left at junction. Handoff now to Citrid. He'll drive left side. Gets cut off in the low block. Nothing on the turnaround. Kick it out now to Tanny for 3 off the wing. No good, and the rebound goes to Grantsville.
Little horns action. They cleared it out to try to get him downhill.
Deep 3 from Sparks at the back of the rim. No good. Rebound by Jackson Jensen. Out to Moritzen for 3 from the wing. Short off the rim. Rebound again, Jackson Jensen. Sparks now goes short corner to Dresden. Down the lane to Jackson. High off the glass. No good. Rebound tipped out. It'll be taken by Griffin for Emery.
Ball moved really well the end of that.
Pass across. Knocked it out of bounds by the Cowboys. Remains Emery basketball on the baseline.
And they've got Jackson Jensen guarding Breck. We'll see how that matchup goes. And then I didn't see, imagine it's Jordan Fossen. Yeah, Fossen is guarding Citrid.
Box set here for the Spartans. Not much inside. They go left corner to Griffin. Pumps, dribbles in, spins off the glass, no good. Got tipped by Jensen and picked up by Moritzen.
That's where that shot blocker that Coach Justice was talking about, having Dresden in the underneath there on helps huge.
Left wing Moritzen as they work through the zone. Off the back of the rim, no good, and the rebound goes to Sparks. Sparks one dribble, has the ball knocked away, regathers. Comes out to Jackson Jensen for 3. Short off the rim, high rebound to Tanny.
Grantsville's game plan against the zones, let it fly.
Spin move by Citrid. Scoop with the right hand, no good, but free throws coming for Porter Citrid.
It looks like that's going to be on Dresden, and that's what Coach was talking about, how important it is he stays out of foul trouble, as he's so often the help guy. With Citrid's ability to get to the rim, he's going to have to wall up and be more careful about swiping at the ball.
First free throw from Citrid is good, so Emery strikes first.
It took him a minute to find a way. Great to get to the free throw line. It's a good way to get things moving here on a first game of the tournament.
All right, Grantsville's had at least 6 or 7 shots.
And 6 or 7 three-point shots.
Yes.
And most of them were from the black line. The first possession, they started creeping in just a little bit, but they have gathered a lot of offensive rebounds.
Left side high, Sparks. Up top to Fossen. They swing it around right wing Moritzen. Back to Fossen. High post goes to Jackson Jensen. Left wing Sparks. 3 on the way. Too hard off the backside of the glass, and the rebound goes to Conover.
Just in that traditional short corner offense. They moved the ball pretty well there.
Citrid cut off on the drive. Kicks it out. Conover sets for 3. Nothing but net. Garrett Conover.
I like how he was able to slip up behind for that kick out. That was, you can tell they put some time into that. His feet were set.
5-0 Emery to start. They lob down the lane through the hands of Jackson Jensen, taken away by Tanny, and he traveled. He wanted to go down the floor to Griffin, and there was no lane, so he took the extra step.
And so Grantsville going to have another opportunity to try to find a way to get something to fall. As that last possession, they got Sparks on that left wing after hitting the nail. See if he'll slip in and get a little closer to that high school three-point line.
Left wing Sparks. They swing it around to Moritzen. They now go down the lane. Nice high-low action from Jensen to Jensen. He draws the foul. Dresden Jensen will go to the line to shoot 2.
You tell in practice they put some time into that short corner offense. They work in that nail. Emery is not lifting somebody up behind him yet, so he's catching really easily. And when he turns, that lifted the defense to where he could drop to the cutting from the short corner. That short corner is just 15 feet off there, and he just came hard. Nice bounce pass into him, and see if Emery sucks back down on that short corner a little more, or if they'll keep getting that.
Jensen misses the first one. Second free throw's hard, and the rebound to Griffin. He's quickly the other way. Euro step, scoop with the left hand. What a finish from Brett Griffin.
Oh, they get to the rim so well. If you're not back and turning them out and away, that's a good finish right there.
7-0 Spartans. Pass inside, taken away by Conover. Up the floor comes Citrid on the right wing. He'll rise, dump it off underneath to Griffin. Reverse layup is good with the right hand.
And right now they're getting out in transition, and that's where you're seeing the separation take place as Grantsville's not getting back.
Sparks left wing, tries to go high post. Griffin knocks it away, goes right to Jensen. He'll go to Jackson. Jensen off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped out, and it's ran down by Emery. Up ahead to Citrid, dribbles in against Sparks. Got cut off, hangs in the air, got it to go. Citrid now with 4, and it's 11-0 Spartans. A timeout called by Coach Riding. It's a 30-second timeout, or is it going to be a full? Looks like it. No, 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. But with 5:07 to go in the first quarter, it's all Emery in this first game of the day, 11-0. If you're Coach Riding, what are you adjusting right here?
Well, things are getting a little bit ugly offensively. They're starting to get more careless with the ball, and those turnovers have turned into transition, and your guys are not sprinting back, and they're not in their lanes at all. And so you've got to get transition taken care of because that's easy baskets. So we just saw it again. Porter comes in, great balance, control, good finish there. But on the other side is, what are you going to do offensively? You finally started opening the zone up, and then you got careless with your ball movement, and you got away from the action that you could tell that they had practiced. Emery turned them over, and all of a sudden they just broke down. So cleaning up both sides of the floor, they got to get trying to quit letting easy layups, and then they've got to pass the ball. But here's Emery going to put a little pressure on us.
Yeah, Coach Justin changing things up. 2-2-1. Three-quarter court pressure. Sparks gets it up to Moritzen. Down the floor to Jackson Jensen. Lobs for Dresden. Hit it off the rim. And rebound is taken by Jackson Jensen. Up top it goes to straight away. 3. Knocks it down, and the Cowboys are on the board.
Big tip by Dresden right there. That pass wasn't close, but he was able to swipe that out and get Cole ready.
Conover right wing. Picks up his dribble. Bounces out for Griffin. One dribble to his right, pull up long, 2 off the front of the rim, no good.
Those are the shots you want to force Emery in.
Right hand on the left side.
Able to push it up the floor to get something easy to get them going.
5-0 run for Grantsville coming out of the timeout.
Coach Justice going to call set.
Tanny works his way right wing, hands it off to Conover. Conover gets cut off on the drive, kicks it out left wing to Thomas. Thomas dribbles through, has the ball poked away, it's on the ground, and picked up by Grantsville.
Good job of collapsing right there and getting enough help because they 2 dribbles pretty well.
Short corner Jensen, kick it out right wing to Sparks. They swing it around left wing Moritzen, back up top. High post now to Jackson Jensen. Right wing Sparks for 3. In and out, high rebound, taken by Emery.
Emery able to just sit in and force that tougher shot from outside, but the ball moved really well for Grantsville.
Griffin tries to do a backdoor pass, knocked away, taken away by Grantsville. Back-to-back Emery turnovers. Moritzen the other way, blocked from behind, and a foul called. Free throws coming for Brigham Moritzen.
So interesting, after that timeout, Grantsville is able to get some transition going as they've been able to get down and turn Emery over and change that momentum back into where they can have a chance to score.
Thomas picks up his first foul, second team foul on Emery.
Mortensen, like I said, he's got to get into this and be able to score for Grantsville to be able to keep it close. Pretty critical for the sophomore.
Logan Lester and Ben Johansson to the game for Emery.
And Emery's got some good depth. We talked about the depth of Grantsville, but Emery, they're able to rotate their big guys in and give them a break.
7-0 run right now for Grantsville coming out of that timeout. 11-7 Emery leads. Lester with it up top, guarded tight by Moritzen. Off the screen, has a lane, drives, gets collapsed on.
Mortensen putting some good ball pressure on, just creating a lot of havoc. If he had a little help in getting that 50-50 ball, they could have been going the other way again.
Box set here for the Spartans. Citrid to inbound, going to the corner to Griffin. Griffin left to right with the right hand, gets in the lane, puts the 6-foot floater, got it to go off the back of the rim.
They run a little screen the screener to get Breck the catch out there, and then he's just played off of it both times. He's just so good at getting downhill. And you see that again as he scores.
Pass underneath to Dresden Jensen. Down the lane at Fossen. Catch and shoot. 14-footer. Got it.
Nice to see Dresden moving to where they can get underneath that zone and open it up.
Citrud drives in. Reverse layup. What a finish from Citrud. He has 6.
Nobody gets in front of him. He just easy. That's one of your best drivers in the state right there. He just shows you how.
Sparks goes down the lane to Jackson Jensen. Underneath to Dresden. Reverse layup. High. No good. Rebound to Jackson. Back up on the left side. No good. Dresden the rebound. Creates some space. Gets deep underneath. Count the basket and the foul.
Jackson Jensen's been just working his tail off down there. He's been a big part of all these offensive rebounds, and he got it set up for Dresden to have another opportunity right there.
Second foul on Garrett Conover for the Spartans.
Jackson's, he's long, he's big, strong, athletic, and he's really done a nice job of giving Grantsville extra opportunities so that they could close this back into a
he's been
one-possession game.
You're going to bring into the game now for Grantsville. That will be Coulter Dong, and then Maddox Tanny back in for Emery, replacing Conover with his 2 fouls.
And that's Dresden, I'd imagine. Coach is protecting him for the end of this quarter to not pick up his second.
Brett Griffin catch and shoot 3 from the wing, no good. Rebound underneath by Johansson, blocked on the way up by Sparks, and Sparks comes down with it.
The lefty right there went up, but he handed him the ball. Sparks did a good job taking it from him.
Down the lane to Jackson Jensen. Pumps, puts it up against Tanny. Air ball, rebound underneath. Dong with the finish on the right side, and it's a 1-point game.
Great job coming off the bench and recognizing work the gutter and then pop out of there as they're letting Jackson catch on the nail.
Moritz the steal as he picks the pocket of Lester, drives the lane, hands off left side to Fossen, off the rim, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Grantsville. Emery ball. And they're going to keep it that way.
All right. Thought they might talk about it and adjust it. They decided not to. Grantsville ran their lanes pretty good right there. Had a really nice opportunity to be able to take the lead. Emery just knocked him off balance enough.
Again, this was an 11-0 game. Emery, it was all Emery.
Yeah, after that timeout, Grantsville woke up, said, let's get out of bed.
Kick out to Citrud for 3. In and out. Rebound underneath by Fossen.
Yeah, he boxed out really well.
One-hand pass down the floor, stolen by Lester.
It was all Emery back there. There's just one Grantsville player back down there.
But Grantsville steals it right back. Jensen goes right wing to Fossen. Up top to Moritzen. Left wing, they swing it around to Crew Allred for 3. Air ball hard. Backside rebound by Tanny. Up the floor comes Emery. Citrud with it. Downhill, drives left side, got the foul called on Jordan Fossen.
Those two are just so good at getting downhill. You see it again as he put Jordan in a really tough spot. Jordan tried to take a charge, but just, man, you can't give him a lot of space. That was a really good hit we saw on the replay.
It was. Pass out to Citrud on the T-Bird logo at half court. 1:12 to go in the first quarter. Still a 1-point Emery lead, 15-14. Left wing with it, Thomas. Pumps going to drive into the left hand all the way to the rim. Misses it short off the glass. And the rebound taken by Allred.
Grantsville's help came over and put it just a little tough. Thomas does that. He can get downhill on you like that.
Jackson Jensen traveled as he turned and saw an opening. Pick up the wrong foot.
He's been wide open on the nail, and they've been able to use him, and he's thrown opposite really well. The attack just got a little too excited.
He was trying to come out of the game, was Jensen, and the ball came inbounds first. Left junction with it is Thomas. Nothing backdoor. He hands it off to Lester. Lester drives the lane, got cut off, kick it out right wing to Griffin. He'll dribble into the left hand all the way to the rim, puts it the shot, no good, but draws the foul, and free throws coming for Brett Griffin.
Mortensen has worked hard, gets in position right there. No, that's not Mortensen. Sorry, that's Dong. Yep. Yeah, thanks. Dark head got me.
Yep.
But he got there. You know, Grantsville trying to take a couple charges, but not able to get the call yet. Got 38 seconds. Looks like they're going to bring Dresden back in.
First free throw from Griffin's good. He has 7 to lead all scorers. They do bring Dresden Jensen in for Jackson Jensen. And Gunnar Kimber also into the game for Coulter Dong.
So you have a 3-second difference in the shot clocks. Grantsville, assuming they take care of the ball and get it down there, can decide how they want to round out the quarter.
Griffin makes them both. He has 8, makes it a 3-point Emery lead, 17-14.
Jordan Fosson's a guy that can create penetration, draw two, make something happen.
Kimber goes right corner. Driving baseline is Moritzen. Down the lane now to Dresden Jensen. Takes a big bump underneath. Kick it back out. They get to Allred off the screen. He'll dribble right out to Moritzen. They go now left side to Jensen. Hands off to Fossen. 3 on the way. Off the rim, no good. 15 seconds for Emery. Lester quickly ahead to Griffin. He'll drive right side. Gets underneath. Pumps. Puts it up. Off the glass and in. Griffin with 10.
Really tough 2-foot finish. Good job in getting out in transition.
Fossen tries to get to Jensen underneath as time was running out and throws it out of bounds.
Now you're in a temp-only situation.
And they've got the length of the floor to go, so
it's pretty tough.
Pretty tough.
But I like how Emery closed out this quarter. They were able to stop, turn around, get down, get a great finish, and then put enough pressure on to make it to where, because Grantsville had time, make it where they turned it over again.
That'll be how the first quarter comes to an end in this 3A quarterfinal game. It's number 4, Emery 19, number 12, Grantsville 14. We'll take the break on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring to be great. Join us at the Huntsman School of Business, where we dare mighty things. That's the Huntsman difference.
This is Nate Christensen at Zions Bank. We're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. And with a branch right around the corner, we're here for you wherever you are. For all your personal and business banking needs, come visit us and let us show you how Zions Bank is for you.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
We're back here at the America First Event Center at Southern Utah University. Grantsville basketball to start the second quarter, 19-14. What'd you see in that first 8 minutes, Dustin?
Hey, turnovers, like we talked about, turned out to be really big. Transition was huge for both teams.
Dresden all able to get the rebound and put it back up and in. So Dresden Jensen now with 5 to lead Grantsville.
And the forwards are starting to creep up enough to where if Dresden will keep himself, he's going to be able to either get catches off passes or those offensive rebounds a little easier.
Citrud high left side. Spins in the lane, fade away from 12 feet, no good, and the rebound underneath to Jensen.
And that was the other part we talked about in the break, is if you can do those fader shots, they'll take them.
Drew Allred kicks it short corner to Jensen, 15-footer, knocks it down, back to a 1-point game.
After timeouts and after quarter breaks, Grantsville's been really good.
Citrud has the ball poked away by Sparks, dives for it, able to get his hands on it a few times, but it will go out of bounds off of Griffin, so Grantsville basketball the chance to take the lead.
You watch their hands, Breck and Citrud problems. They're getting down low and they're staying patient. They're not chasing the ball, just letting the ball come into their hands, and that's what happened that time as Breck turned it over.
Jackson Jensen back into the game for Grantsville. Pass right wing to Allred. Defense flew by, pull up 15-footer, missed it short. Citrud the rebound.
Emery's got another chance for transition as Grantsville's kind of watching them coming back.
Left wing driving in as Conover, got cut off. Kicks to the corner to Tanny for 3. Off the rim, no good. Allred the rebound.
Freshman going to work, shooting him out of the way. With his body.
Yes.
Not with his arms.
Allred dribbles in. Nice backdoor pass to Jensen. Kick it left wing to Sparks for 3. Off the rim, no good. And Emery the rebound to Conover.
Sparks is shooting very deep.
Up the floor to Citrud, and Fossen knocks it out of bounds. Remains Emery basketball.
He keeps playing behind that college line, and that's causing problems. Emery's zone staying down tight and being happy with it if he'll shoot from back there.
Thomas Dinback calls for Citrud to come get it. Citrud curls inside, puts up the left hand, blocked by the backboard, and the rebound by Jackson Jensen for Grantsville. They'll push it the other way. Grantsville with numbers. Fossen drives all the way in, puts up the runner, in and out. Tanny the rebound.
Just wanted to go over the zone rather than stepping through it.
Now as Citrud trying to go behind the back, Fossen picks it away. He'll lob down the lane, taken back by Tanny.
Coach Justice wants to settle him down.
Both these teams, we've seen it one will get a steal, and then they just give it right back.
That's what we just saw again. Playing catch with the ball with each other.
Yes.
So one thing on the drives, Grantsville, when they bring a second guy, they've been able to turn over Citrud and Griffin. See if they can catch on that and keep having that help come over and take that from them.
So a watch for those things throughout this rest of this first half with 5:50 to go in the first half. 19-18, Emery leads Grantsville. Grantsville has not led. Emery jumped out to an 11-0 advantage, and Grantsville's done a great job of coming back and have had several opportunities to take the lead, just haven't been able to quite do it.
And it just comes down to just being a touch more efficient with that ball. They turnovers are too much, and then there's a couple steps here and there that if they would close in on those shots would be so much easier for them, and they could get going a little bit more. On the other side, Emery, they've got to quit turning the ball over too. If they take care of the ball, they're going to keep getting downhill, and that's where they've been successful.
It'll be Brett Griffin bringing it up the floor for the Spartans. Picked up by Sparks. Crosses over, going to drive into the left hand all the way to the rim and draws the foul on the way up. Free throws coming for Griffin.
They cleared that left side. They came up into what was going to be a high ball screen, but AJ not wanting to get anything called. He just kind of waited for Breck to use him, and Breck ended up being able to shake him and get downhill with nobody there on that side. So the help came from a ways, and that's where the foul came into play.
I'm going to give that one to Jackson Jensen, his first, as Griffin makes the first one. 11 points for the sophomore.
Coach Writing's got to be excited. That's Jackson Jensen's first foul.
Yep.
As he talked about, he and Dresden needing to stay out of foul trouble, and both of them just with one here so far with a lot of second quarter to go.
Second free throw from Griffin is good. He makes them both. 12 points for Brett Griffin for Emery to lead the way. 21-18 Spartans.
He gets the line reaping an impact already.
Up top, Jensen, right wing he goes to Sparks. Out to Moritzen. Sparks again on the wing. Back up top. Back to Sparks. Nothing inside. They'll swing it around. Now high post it goes to Jackson Jensen. Left wing to Moritzen for three. Nothing but net. Brigham Moritzen with 5.
They had left the nail empty forever, and finally Jackson gets back in there, and then he's able to catch and throw back opposite.
Griffin with a pass across the court to the corner to Tanny. Conover with it. Hands to Griffin. Thought about it. Picks up his dribble. Lobs inside for Tanny. Makes a nice catch. Pump. Nothing there. Goes right corner to Citrick. He'll spin and drive baseline. Dumps it off underneath it to Thomas. Pumps. Puts it up off the glass and in. A.J. Thomas.
Like Thomas coming from that wing. He saw Breck driving, and he knew he could either get an offensive rebound or get a dump pass. They helped off of him.
2-point Emery lead. Pass underneath to Dong. Back to Moritzen for 3. Short off the rim. Coulter Dong had the rebound. Knocked away by Emery. Out of bounds off of Dong. It'll be Emery basketball.
He had done a nice job of setting his teammate up with a seal. Worked back underneath and rebound. Gave some good bench minutes while Dresden took a break.
Jensen is back in the game. Logan Lester back in for Emery.
Emery just keeps putting pressure on the hoop off the drive.
Lester up the floor for the Spartans. Started by Moritzen, crosses over, lost it, able to regather. Gives it up to Griffin. Griffin with a few crosses. Gets tripped up, goes to the floor, ball's on the ground, picked up by Jensen, down the floor for Sparks. Sparks saves it in, but taken back by Lester.
You can't get yourself into a turnover situation like that.
And now a foul on the drive by Lester. The foul will go on, I believe, Moritzen.
Just the careless pass, not aiming small and missing small, just throwing it in a general area, gets them out to where they turn over, and then that's where it leads to a foul because it sent Emery right back at him.
Pass inside to Thomas. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. So Grantsville basketball on the 8th Emery turnover.
He caught that screen that brings him down to that offside block, but just not another good pass. Grantsville able to jam him up a little bit.
Remains a 2-point Emery lead. 3:45 to go in the half. Pass underneath to Jensen. Down the lane to Jackson. Pump. Got Thomas in the air. Count the basket and the foul for Jackson Jensen.
And they need Jackson to get a couple of those baskets as he slipped down a little lower, able to get that catch down inside as Dresden caught in the gutter. That pulled everybody down. Got him close enough to where he could get it up and give it a chance.
Excuse me, that was Maddox Tanny that got in the air, and Tanny picks up his first foul. Chance for Grantsville to take the lead again. They've tied it for the second time, and in and out on the free throw. The rebound goes to Emery.
And just having a tough time getting over the hump there.
Thomas dribbles right side, spins the lane, pumps, puts it up against Jensen, off the glass, no good, and Jackson Jensen the rebound.
Dresden did a nice job of not over pursuing that ball. Getting a foul.
Short corner, Jesden Jensen, passed on the lane, knocked away by Tanny, and Emery picks it up.
That zone, the arm stayed out and long well, able to turn it over. That's where they've been turning them over, is right there in that paint area.
Thomas hands to Citrit. He'll drive baseline, spin through the defense, hangs in the air, and knocks down the 8-footer.
And that is tough over big old Dresden Jensen. He had to kick himself back.
2-point Emery lead. Sparks on the wing. Comes out to Fossen, swing it around to Moritzen, and he traveled. A little bit of a running start for Moritzen.
Yeah, the ball reversal was nice, and there was a gap there for him to jump to draw the two, but got a little too excited about it as the ball didn't get to hit the floor.
Into the game for Emery, Ben Johansson. Lester on the logo. Slip screen and a drive left side. The lane opened wide open, and he misses it off the glass. Rebound to Grantsville. Up the floor come the Cowboys. Left wing, Jackson Jensen. Skips it out. Ball tipped away by Johansson. Johansson the other way for Emery. High out the glass, left hand, no good. Moritz in the rebound.
And Grantsville lucky the last couple possessions. Oh, and just got another lucky there. Luck's falling their way right now.
Pass left side, they kick it out to the wing. Swing it around up top. High post now to Jackson Jensen. Back out they go. 3 on the way. Off the rim, no good from Fossen. Rebound to Fossen. Off the left side of the glass, no good. And Griffin the rebound for Emery. They'll push it quickly the other way. Pass underneath to Lester. Reverse layup, no good. And the rebound to Grantsville.
Emery in transition just can't get anything to fall. That's what I was talking about, that lucky piece is they're not doing a lot, Grantsville, to cause Emery enough, but to miss enough. But man, Emery's had some buckets right there they've given away.
Yes.
So baseline out of bounds here for Grantsville. They are not getting in. Wow.
Pass comes into Jackson. Jensen got open, and he's fouled by Johansson. So Jackson Jensen will go back to the line to shoot 2.
Free throw line's been helping Grantsville have that chance to just keep right there in touch.
The problem is they're 3 for 6, while Emery's 6 for 6.
And that's a big difference, right? Yeah, it's if Grantsville would convert on a few of those. But they are having a tough enough time getting good looks, so they'll take the 50% on the free throw line, I guess.
Jackson does make the first one here. He has 5. He can tie the game up again with the second free throw. 1:43 to go in the first half.
See if Emery gets their finishes a little bit cleaned up. They've just been a little bit out of sorts as they've been making it to the rim here the last few possessions.
Jensen does tie it up as he makes both free throws. Our third tie of the game. Again, Grantsville still never led. Griffin on the logo. Slip screen again with Citrit. Drives left side. Scoop with the right hand and draws the foul. Free throws coming for Brett Griffin.
You gotta love it. They've missed on that left side 3 possessions in a row. And then Brett comes down, settles down, goes right back at the rim, draws that foul that he's so good at doing, and he's headed back to the free throw line.
First free throw from Griffin's good. He has a game-high 13.
Emery on the other end, their rebounding hasn't been great, and that's where Grantsville's really been able to keep closing. Those constant offensive rebounds have been really good for them.
And Griffin just snuck that one over the front of the rim. 14 first half points, right at his average for Brett Griffin, the sophomore.
Oh, and he's just such a player that you talk about his average. Man, Just depending on the game and how you guard him, he can really score.
Jordan Fossen off the crossover, drives right side and gets the finish.
And that's the Jordan Fossen we expect to see all year. That broken hand slowed him down.
And now turnover by Emery.
Jordan went up and put his hands down low, and that's where you saw Porter come up with that long arching dribble to get that carry as he went over the top of the head, as we got to see on Fossen, over Fossen's whole head there. That made it fairly easy to call.
So another opportunity for Grantsville to take the lead for the first time. Jensen, no look pass to Sparks for three. Off the back of the rim, no good, and the rebound to Thomas for the Spartans. Citrud on the wing. Going to go left to right, create some space, steps to the defense, scoop with the right hand. What a finish.
So strong. When he gets in there, he's able, like you said, he gives a little push off, creates more space, but his body just stays under control.
Left wing Sparks, three on the way for the lead. Down, and Grantsville has their first lead on the triple from Cole Sparks.
Nice ball reversal against the zone, and it sucked way down in where Cole was clear out on the college line again. A lot of space for that shot.
30-29 Cowboys. 5 seconds from the shot clock in the game clock. Griffin drives all the way in and finishes off the glass over the rim.
Well, nobody got in front of him. He was able just to go by himself and then just split the two at the end.
Emery back in front.
No shot clock, so they can close this one off. They didn't last time, and they gave Emery 4 points.
Left wing Moritzen, deep three. Short off the rim. Rebound goes to Citra, down to 3. 2 seconds. Puts up the runner from half court, and no good off the glass. And at the end, in this first 3A boys quarterfinal, it is number 4 Emery 31, number 12 Grantsville 30. We've got your Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show coming up next on Centracom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
Every morning when I walk in the door, I'm still at an awe. The quality of beef that we're harvesting here at Bar W, in my 40 years of experience, I have never seen beef after beef after beef of the extreme quality. Every single one of them that are coming through are top shelf.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centracom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
All right, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centracom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
My art is an expression of my identity. As an artist, my identity is everything. Every stroke I make depicts my purpose, and every signature brings my dreams to life. I am La Morena. With my style checking account from Mountain America Credit Union, I can create with confidence, knowing I have built-in identity protection. This premium future lets me stay focused and bringing color to the world. Open a new checking account today. Make my style your lifestyle.
Why did I choose Huntsman? To get real experience, real support, and a career focus from day one. Instead of regular classes on Fridays, we dive into workshops, build our network, and grow together. At the Huntsman School, we forge lifelong friendships, support each other through challenges, and celebrate our wins. Here, students graduate with experience and jobs waiting. We dare mighty things together. That's the Huntsman difference. Learn more at huntsman.usu.edu.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
State Bank of Southern Utah is not just another bank. We are your neighbors, your friends, and your local financial partners, interested in building long-term relationships.
When you choose State Bank, you invest in our community. Your money stays here and is reinvested in friends and family, building Southern Utah.
Each one of our 17 branches is staffed and ready to serve you.
Come and experience the difference of true community banking at State Bank of Southern Utah.
Now back to the court for more high school sports action on Centracom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the America First Event Center at Southern Utah University. Robert Lovell with you alongside Dustin Shakespeare on Centracom Team Hive and KSL Sports inside the first 3A boys quarterfinal game. At the half, it is Emery 31, Grantsville 30. This is the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show. Champions are propelled by dedication, teamwork, commitment, vision, and a desire to be their best. Jones and DeMille Engineering, your local award-winning engineering firm. And Dustin, as you look at this first half, we're in a dogfight like we thought we would be. What's your takeaway?
It's been a game of runs. We get to see Emery all of a sudden go on some run, and then Grantsville calls a timeout, gets a quarter break, something else like that, and then they come with a spurt. It's been nice to see them stay out of foul trouble. They've been able to do a good job there, but the zone of Emery has started to lift, and at times they've been able to take advantage of that, has Grantsville. On the other side, Grantsville's transition D hasn't been there, and Emery's been able to get some easy stuff going there, and then just the straight line drives. Emery's been able to get to the rim really at will.
Yeah. Let's look at our first half stats. We appreciate Brad James for providing these stats for us. First half for Emery, as they are led in the first half by Brett Griffin. 16 points from Griffin and 10 points from Porter Citrid. So those two we talked about, they're getting it done for the Spartans.
And they just at the rim. They've forced them into a couple hard shots. Other than that, at the rim.
And they're good at making hard shots.
Holy cow. Yes, they are. Well, a couple of those finishes even at the rim were really hard.
Yes. Griffin does have 4 rebounds along with his 16 points, and Citrid 2 more rebounds. And then 3 points for Garrett Conover with 4 rebounds and 3 assists. 2 points from A.J. Thomas. Tanny, no points, but 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals from Maddox Tanny. As a team, they're shooting 42% from the floor, just 14% from 3 at 1 for 7. But they are perfect 8 for 8 from the free throw line.
Wow, that's huge. Being able to do that. Now, how many threes did you say they've shot?
1 for 7.
Okay, so they've shot a couple more than I thought because they've been pretty disciplined about that, but they're not a great three-point shooting team, and so that's where that drive is so critical for them.
Looking at the Grantsville side of things, they are led in this first half by Dresden Jensen, 7 points, 3 rebounds, and a pair of assists. 6 points for Cole Sparks with 2 rebounds. Jackson Jensen, 6 points with 6 rebounds, 4 of those offensive, and he also has 3 steals. 5 points and 3 rebounds for Brigham Morrison, and 2 points for Coulter Dong, and 4 for Jordan Fossman with 4 rebounds and a couple of assists and steals. They're shooting just 33% from the floor, 20% from 3 at 3 for 15, and they are 5 for 8, 63% from the free throw line.
Well, and that's, you heard the 3 for 15 stat. Grantsville has cast at 1,000,000 threes. They've been catching at will at the nail, and then the short corner's been able to move when they've used that. And then even the short corner's been able to catch quite a bit, and they've hit some nice shots from there. The pass from the net, from the short corner of the nail, hasn't been very good, but I think that's where Grantsville's got to make a change. Like, threes are good, but they're always going to be there against that zone. So settle in and use that action, punish them inside and draw fouls, because Emery's not real deep. So can you get to their bench play, because their scoring comes down as the more deep you get into their bench.
Yeah. Looking at the team stats, appreciate Adam Coombs getting that up there for us. Just a couple of corrections on there. The assists are 7 to 6. The turnovers are 13 to 12 in that category. So just a couple of corrections there. But again, turnovers are really high for both these teams.
Well, it's just been a wild one, and it's different type of turnovers. Grantsville sometimes is just chucking the ball out of bounds, and then their side I've liked. They've been able to sit down and get their hands in and turn Emery over a little bit there. The other place that I see that Grantsville's turning against Emery is that when its zone's packed in and their arms are up, they're at times passing it right into their arms, and they're not moving the zone before they're passing. So it has been a lot of turnovers.
It has been a lot of turnovers, that's right. And then again, that rebound battle, 20 rebounds for Grantsville, 17 for Emery, but 8 to 2 on the offensive glass, which again, turnovers are pretty similar, 13 to 12. They seem to just, one team turns it over and the other team just gives it right back.
Take it back, like here, let's just take that possession back.
Yeah.
But the rebounds, if you're Emery, you've got to shut off Grantsville's offensive rebounds.
7 more shots for Grantsville than Emery.
And that's where you see that they've been able to stay close. Like, if you hold them to one and done, this isn't a close game right now.
Right.
You finish your transition, and you hold them to one and done. This is a 10, 12-point game.
Yeah, very true. So there's a look at your first half stats here inside the Jones & DeMille Engineering halftime show. Again, supporting local programs and academic and athletic achievements, building relationships and working passionately is a winning combination with Jones & DeMille Engineering. This is the 3A Boys State Tournament quarterfinal game between Emery and Grantsville. At the break, it's Emery 31, Grantsville 30. Second half coming up next on Centracom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring to be great. Join us at the Huntsman School of Business, where we dare mighty things. That's the Huntsman difference.
This is Nate Christensen at Zions Bank. We're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. And with a branch right around the corner, we're here for you wherever you are. For all your personal and business banking needs, come visit us and let us show you how Zions Bank is for you.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centracom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Now back to the court for more high school sports action on Centracom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
We're back here at Southern Utah University. Robert Lovell with you alongside Dustin Shakespeare again to wrap up the Jones & DeMille Engineering halftime show. Let's give you a quick look at what's coming up later on here at Southern Utah University's 3A state tournament. And so our next game will be the number 1 seeded Morgan Trojans against number 8 Canyon View. It'll be Dustin and Tyler quickly on the call for you on that one. And then at 12:50, Richfield Ogden in the 2-7 matchup. Myself and Rick Robinson will bring you that game. And at 2:30, it is number 3 American Heritage, number 6 Delta in our final boys quarterfinal. And myself and Ken Nilton will bring you the game on that one. And then we turn it over to the girls for quarterfinals today as well here at SUU. Great day of basketball. You've got 16 teams that all have a chance to win it on day one.
Yeah, it's fun. Everybody gets to come and see what they can do. I think as we head into this half, we talked about the turnovers. Somebody, if they take care of the ball, that's going to make a separation. Transition, both teams have gotten some transition. Who's going to capitalize that extra possession and do a good job in transition? And then offensive rebounds. If Grantsville's allowed to keep offensive rebound, now they're going to come out in the zone right there.
Yeah, they are. Griffin with it on the high post. Gets it out to Citron. You were just talking about that.
Yeah, I think the zone could help take away the drive depending on how it plays. Their forwards are lifting, so I'm curious how they'll shift right there.
Griffin, 15-footer from the short corner, air ball hard. Rebound tipped it out of bounds by Conover. Grantsville ball.
You saw Dresden had to come all the way out to 14 feet to help on that shot, and that's where I was talking the forwards lifting. So if Grantsville can stay a little tighter, I think they can force them into those tougher shots with that zone.
It did take Emery a minute to kind of figure out where they wanted to be offensively on that possession. Left wing Moritzen, they lob inside, short corner to Jensen, up top to Fossen. Now Sparks.
See how Emery's zone is starting tighter.
Jensen to Jensen, reverse layup from Dresden, no good. Got his own rebound, takes a bump, steps through, misses it short again, and the rebound knocked it out of bounds by Jensen. Emery ball.
But they got it to the nail, and Dresden came out of the gutter from the short corner, and that activated everything. Everything was there for him. Just got to get it to fall in.
Remains 31-30 Emery. Second half action here at the 3A Boys State Tournament. Pass is knocked away and taken away by Fossen. He'll go to Sparks. Dribbles in against Thomas. Too hard off the glass. Citra the rebound.
Running your lanes and understanding where the defense at, so critical in transition.
Thomas kicks to the corner to Tanny. Cut off on the drive. He'll rise over Moritzen and knock it down.
Tough shot. Able to get in and make some movement there, but from 14, knocking it down.
First points from Maddox Tanny. Short corner Jensen, down the lane to Jackson Jensen, puts it up in traffic, off the back of the rim, no good. Dresden the rebound. They swing it up top to Fossen. Pull up, kick it left corner to Moritzen. High post to Jackson Jensen. Out to Sparks, 3 from the wing, knocks it down. Cole Sparks with his 3rd triple of the game.
Good ball movement, and Jackson Jensen's pivotal there in the nail as he's able to catch and keep the ball moving to the other side.
Working against the Grantsville zone. Thomas curls off a screen, kicks it out to Griffin, into the corner to Citrid, pumps on the shot, dribbles in, and tries to pass it across, hit the rim. Tanny, though, pulls it down, fades from 6 feet, misses it short, and the rebound to Grantsville.
Another good zone possession. They were able to get an offensive rebound, was Emery, but Grantsville made another tough shot for him.
Jensen to Jensen, reverse layup, that one's good. Dresden Jensen puts Grantsville in front and the foul.
That's where we talked about at half, that short corner coming out of it, and he's hanging down a little bit deeper into the deep corner, so the gutter from 15. And then when he catches, he's coming, and with his length, getting underneath that zone is very doable. We talked about it in the pregame, talked about it in half, and you see it right there. That's good action for Grantsville.
Misses the and one. Griffin the other way. Gets in the lane, puts it up over Jensen, and what a finish from Brett Griffin.
My goodness. 8 feet and just having to lift and see if he can get it to fall.
18 now for Griffin. Ties the game at 35. Right wing Fossen, down the lane to Jackson Jensen, left wing to Moritzen, short corner to Dresden, down the lane to Jackson, rises from 6 feet, off the rim, no good.
Finding the backboard right there helps those fall in a lot easier, but the ball, again, moving for Grantsville well.
Left corner, Thomas sets, 3 on the way, off the rim, no good, and the rebound to Moritzen.
Yeah, Brigham boxed out like a madman, and Cole was going to slip in and take it if he needed to, but that was a really good box out by Brigham.
They lob underneath to Dresden Jensen, reverse layup again for Jensen.
And Emery's lifting, those forwards are still up. Dresden's having a party coming out of that gutter. He's just out there by himself, and the nail is causing some problems with the catch there.
Left corner, Citrid rises for 3. Short. Rebound saved by Conover, but into Moritzen.
Had an opportunity for transition as Emery kind of was just watching to see what was going on, but not able to take care of the ball.
High post, it goes to Jackson Jensen, dribbles to the right, stripped on the way up. Conover able to get it out to Citrid. Citrid going to drive in against Sparks all the way to the rim, stripped and fouled. Free throws coming for Porter Citrid.
Cole did a nice job. He came down in and able just to stay with him and able to take that ball as it was handed out to him, slapped down through pretty hard. But if you can get in a situation where you're not in foul trouble and you put Porter on the line, that's probably a good call because he finishes so well around the hoop right there.
Citrid knocks down the first one. He has 11. Coulter Dong into the game for Grantsville, and it'll be Logan Lester in for Emery.
And Jackson's been such a critical piece here as the offense has been moving well for Grantsville. See if, as Coulter comes in, what that change might be.
And got the second one.
Earned them both.
So Griffin and Citrid have shot all the free throws for Emery, but they are a combined 10 for 10.
Wow. Now that zone was staying a little tighter on the high post last possession. Let's see if it keeps lifting up. It did. They're going to go man right here. So they're going one possession, it's looking zone, and then they break into a man.
Yeah. Fossen off the screen, steps into a 3. Off the rim, no good. Jensen, the offensive rebound. Hand back to Fossen. Drive with the left hand and scoop with the right.
Much different shot the second time around right there. Is coming off of a screen when you haven't been lighting it up. It's a tough shot, but getting to the rim there, that was pretty.
39-37 Grantsville. Citrid, deep 3 from the right wing, knocks it down. Porter Citrid with 15, puts Emery back in front.
That'll stretch that zone if Grantsville's out, and they were starting to lift way high to where the bottom was open.
3:20 to go in the third quarter. On the right wing, Moritzen. Right junction he goes to Dong. Up top, Sparks. Straight away, 3. Short. High rebound to Tanny. Emery ahead to Lester. To Thomas. Transition 3. Short. Rebound tipped, and Jensen has it for the Cowboys.
Now see if they can get Dong to go sit there on the nail and operate and facilitate like Jackson has been. There he is. Now the ball's got to move a little quicker.
Moritzen for 3 from the wing. No good. And a foul on the rebound will go on Cole Sparks. That's his third.
That's recognizing that foul we talked about that he took earlier against Porter was fine. But then when you come up over somebody's back like that, puts you in a tough spot.
Jackson Jensen into the game for Dresden Jensen. Crew all red comes in for Cole Sparks.
So Coach Riding keeping his guys fresh, rotating them through. See if they can make a push here in the fourth quarter.
Lester left wing to Johansson, who just checked in. High post to Griffin. Kick to the corner to Citrid. Open three. Short. Long rebound taken by Moritzen.
I like that look out of Emery. They had sealed that zone up for that corner three for Porter. That was a good set.
High post Jackson Jensen. Short corner to Dong. Pumps. Comes up top to Allred. Allred one dribble down the lane. Back out to Dong and knocks down the 15-footer.
Grantsville could knock that short corner. They're good at that. That was good ball movement.
Grantsville back in front, 41-40, 2:10 to go in the third quarter of this quarterfinal game. High post Griffin, turnaround 14-footer, nothing but net. Brett Griffin with 20.
How hard is it to turn around in the air and knock that shot down? That was tough. Not for the Breck though.
No.
It made it look smooth.
High post Jackson Jensen. Right wing to Allred, three on the way, in and out. Tanny the rebound.
Good job holding them to one and done, Emery, that time.
Griffin weaves through traffic, Euro step, scoop with the right, misses off the rim, and the rebound to Grantsville.
Got up and turned him a little early, made a big difference.
Moritzen transition three from the corner, nothing but net. Brigham Moritzen with 8.
The sophomore showing you how as he gets the dribble to get him in rhythm.
44-42 Grantsville. High post to Griffin, nobody there. Dribbles into the right hand, off the glass, missed it short, and the rebound by Moritzen.
Dong able to come and take his space right there at 7 feet. That was a great job to make him change.
Now Dong with it, driving baseline, tries the pass, and he stepped out of bounds as Tanny knocked it into him.
Emery defense came down and pushed him down on that baseline as Jackson was going to be wide open, but that extra effort to push him to the baseline saved him.
Dresden Jensen into the game for Dong.
So he got his rest. Dong gave great minutes.
And Miles Mortensen into the game for Emery. Giving Tanny a breather. Lester with it up top. Guarded tight by Allred. Goes right junction to Griffin. Nobody on him. 15-footer off the rim, no good. Allred the rebound.
Zone's been able to make an impact, and they've been able to rebound out of it pretty well.
Allred down the lane, he goes to Jensen. Left wing to Moritzen, steps into a three. Off the rim, no good. Jensen the rebound. Pumps again, kicks it right left corner to Moritzen. Now to Jackson. Pumps, nothing there. Back out to Moritzen on the wing. He'll work his way up top.
Moving without the ball well is Mortensen.
Now Allred kind of stepped on the foot of Emery and lost his footing. Turns it over, down the floor comes Citrid with the right-hand finish to tie the game.
Such a pretty finisher. He got that catch and extended out. It was fun to watch.
Shot clock turned off, 13 seconds to go. We're tied at 44. Allred dribbles in the lane, kick it left corner to Fossen. He'll drive baseline, little slippery bar to Soap Runner, knocks it down.
And this time they finally end the quarter to where Emery's not getting a layup.
Yep, Emery had just forced to throw it the length of the floor, and at the end of 3, it is number 12 Grantsville 46, number 4 Emery 44. Final 8 minutes coming up next on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
Every morning when I walk in the door, I'm still at an awe. The quality of beef that we're harvesting here at Bar W, in my 40 years of experience, I have never seen beef after beef after beef of the extreme quality. Every single one of them that are coming through are top shelf.
So you're all moved in. How's your new roomie?
Oh, she's cool. She's also a biology major.
Oh, that's great. You guys can help each other stay on top of homework.
I just hope the classes aren't hard. I'm kind of scared based on what I've heard.
You'll do great, I'm sure. We're proud of you.
Aww.
You ready to go?
Who's that?
Gotta go, Mom. Have a dorm meeting in 2 minutes. Love you.
Hello? Hello? Who was that?
Centricom Fiber, because you don't just need internet, you need good internet.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Quarter of zone out of Grantsville.
Welcome back here to Southern Utah University as we go to the final 8 minutes with a 2-point Grantsville lead and the basketball.
We saw a full quarter out of Grantsville in zone, and then we saw some Emery out of man, or some man out of Emery, where they like to show one, two passes and then go man.
And Emery forces a quick turnover off the fingertips of Allred. I don't have Emery with a second half turnover.
So
4 for
taking care of the ball
Grantsville.
much better.
Now, despite that, Grantsville's taking the lead.
I think this zone's really helped shut a lot of those drives off.
Citrid weaves through, gets blocked by Jensen. Ball's free, knocked it out of bounds by Tanny. Grantsville ball.
With even the poor closeout, that Dresden's still sitting home, and he can come out, and he stayed long and in the way of Porter, and that's a big help that the zone gives him.
Fossen, left wing to Kimber. Up top, Allred. Fossen has it as they reset. Rejects the screen, dribbles in at the right hand, backs out, 15-footer, off the rim, no good. Jensen, the offensive rebound, dunks it home.
Big time offensive rebounds. He is cleaning house in there.
This is the largest lead of the game for Grantsville. Pass inside the Tanny, turnaround 6-footer, got it to go.
That's a fortuitous drop,
yes.
Not even a bounce. He got really lucky right there as Dresden had deflected it, but the hustle play to come and get that ball.
On the high post is Jensen, out to Jackson Jensen. Nothing on the slip screen. They go left side high to Kimber. 48-46 Grantsville, 6:45 to go in the game.
Trying to figure out how to run a man offense here when they were wanting to run a zone.
15-footer from Fossen, jump shot no good, and the rebound to Citrid.
This switching into man is really causing Grantsville some frustration as their zone offense is flexing into their man, and it's not flexing cleanly.
Jordan Fossen picks up his second foul, first team foul.
Good adjustment by Emery to cause that Grantsville, because that Grantsville zone offense was starting to really fly.
Sparks and Moritzen back into the game for Grantsville. Lester goes left corner to Griffin. Back out to Lester. Crosses, dribbles into the left hand, steps underneath Jensen, blocked by Jensen, and Jackson Jensen pulls it down. Up the floor, they lob for Dresden Jensen, knocked it out of bounds by Tanny, remains Grantsville basketball.
Max Tanny has just been a hustle guy for him. Man, he's made a lot of good things happen for the Spartans, and right there in transition saves another dunk.
Yeah.
As that was setting up for Dresden.
48-46 Cowboys, 6:14 to go in the game. Fossen to inbound, gets it into Jackson Jensen. Nothing there. Goes left side to Fossen. Fossen left to right. Scoop with the right hand. No good off the rim. Dresden Jensen the rebound. Out to Jackson. Off the glass and in. Jackson Jensen.
Better angle for Jackson Jensen coming in off those offensive rebounds to be able to get that finish. But Dresden just helping so much inside with the offensive rebound.
Tanny, a little high-low action against the zone. Gets a layup for Garrett Conover. And a timeout called by Coach Justice. It is a full timeout. We'll take a 30-second break. 5:51 to go in the game. It's Grantsville 50, Emery 48 in this 3A State Boys quarterfinal on Centracom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
My art is an expression of my identity. As an artist, my identity is everything. Every stroke I make depicts my purpose, and every signature brings my dreams to life. I am La Morena. With my style checking account from Mountain America Credit Union, I can create with confidence, knowing I have built-in identity protection. This premium future lets me stay focused and bringing color to the world. Open a new checking account today. Make my style your lifestyle.
Now back to the court for more high school sports action on Centracom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the America First Event Center at Southern Utah University as Coach Justice and Coach Riding working with their respective teams. It's been a chess match right here in the fourth quarter.
It's fun. There's been good adjustments. I like Emery going and using some man. Grantsville's been using their zone. But that last possession, Emery did the exact same thing that Grantsville's been doing to them. They caught it the nail just under, and then they dropped it down underneath to a cutting guy out of the gutter for an easy score. And so Grantsville's got to make sure that they stay down in. They get nervous, and you can see those forwards lifting and lifting. Got to suck those forwards down in and have a home base and then come out, and you don't give that up as easily. On the other side for Emery, can you get a little more transition? Can you turn Grantsville over, get them a little bit sloppy, and go get something easy?
Yeah. So, again, we'll continue to watch for those things. 2-point lead right now for Grantsville with the basketball. Fossen across the timeline. Emery comes back out in their zone. High post to Jackson Jensen. Left corner to Sparks. Catch and shoot three. No good. Rebound to Jackson Jensen. Hands to Fossen. Fossen puts it up high off the back of the rim. No good. And the rebound tipped.
Good effort on the ball.
Fossen picking the pocket of Citra. Drives in right side. Pumps. Got him in the air. Misses, but foul called. And free throws for Jordan Fossen.
The finishing between Emery with Breck and Porter versus the finishing of Grantsville with Fossen, Sparks, just so different with their body control.
Yeah.
They just are so strong off those 2 feet, or Emery. Grantsville, they get strung out. They get trying a little bit much against 2-3 guys. It's kind of interesting to watch that develop.
Fossen misses the first one. Second free throw off the rim again. Griffin the rebound. Brings it up the middle of the floor. Hand on the left side to guard. Rebound to get Grantsville up ahead to Sparks. Sparks off the glass and in.
He'd kind of leaked out early, seeing that the transition was headed towards Dresden. Kind of gambled to not head down. It paid off.
Back to a 4-point Grantsville lead. Right corner of Griffin. Dribbles in the lane. Passes down for Tanny off his hand. Taken by Jackson Jensen.
That zone is so far out and away. Emery can't recognize it to take advantage of it.
Dresden Jensen off the rim. No good on the baby hook, and the rebound to Griffin.
Getting a little wild. Flying up and down.
Yes. Right side Citrud. Drives baseline. Kicks it out to Lester. Up top Griffin. 3-pointer on the way. Off the back of the rim. No good. Thomas the rebound. He'll step out for the Spartans. Tries to pass into the corner. Knocked away by Fossen. Grantsville has it.
And we saw Breck line up against the college line rather than being up a little closer. That was a good ball movement, but really deep 3.
High post Jackson Jensen. Out to the wing to Moritzen. They swing it around. Up top Fossen.
Find those gray areas and stretch that zone a little more.
Around the perimeter, down to 8 on the shot clock. Touch pass from Jensen to Sparks for 3. Air ball, rebound to Thomas.
Nearly as aggressive that possession.
Lester out to Griffin. Griffin lost his footing, able to use a dribble to come back to his feet. Left wing to Citra, deep 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Tanny the rebound, back up and in on the left side.
Coach Justice wants another one, but you gotta love Tanny's game. Getting that offensive rebound, that was awesome.
Makes it back to a 2-point game, 30-second timeout. Let's keep it right here with Grantsville leading 52-50 here in this 3A boys quarterfinal game. Now after Coach Justice, what do you want to try to use this timeout for?
Well, get your guys just a breath, able to come down and make sure your defense is moving where you want it to do. I thought last time Grantsville actually backed off and just kind of passed around and settled. See if they can get that, and then talk about shot selection on the other end. Don't just settle for a quick 3 to where we have to offensive rebound. That time Maddox saved the day with a great offensive rebound. But shot selection, I'm sure that's a conversation he's having right there off of that made offensive rebound.
3:46 to go in the game, 52-50. Grantsville with the 2-point advantage and the basketball.
It looks like he might, okay. I say he might do some full court. Yeah, it is going to come. But last time it was pretty soft. See if
there's
puts
going to be
pressure on.
2-2-1. Throw down the floor for Sparks. Sparks dribbles in, pass underneath the Dresden Jensen defense, flies by for the easy finish.
And that's what you saw the first time they ran that. They could really get behind it again.
Conover has the ball poked away from behind. Emery basketball on the baseline.
Conover against the zone's been able to get a little bit of action moving back and forth, but nice job by Brigham to poke it out. So against the zone, I'm going to be curious. I didn't get to see any zone baseline out of bounds out of Emery.
Box set here. Try to lob, and it's just stolen by Jensen. Tipped it and then caught it.
Man, having that length is helpful. Good deflection.
I was mentioning that I didn't have any turnovers for Emery in the third quarter, 4 here in the fourth. High post Jackson Jensen. Out to Moritzen. Grantsville being a little methodical. Jensen on the high post, goes left side to Sparks. He'll dribble in, jump through, can't pass it anywhere. It's taken away by Citrud for Emery. And he'll draw the foul on Jordan Fossen.
And I like how he used his body to expose the foul. He hit it and he absorbed it fine early. And then when Fossen came back at him twice, he's like, well, let me show you. Refs got to see it, made the call. That's just heady ball handling. Like when you can shift your body to expose the foul, that's fun to see.
Under 3 to go, 4-point Grantsville lead. Lester will bring it up. Right side high to Citrud. High post to Griffin. Into the corner to Citrud. Underneath to Tanny. Down the lane to Griffin. Griffin rises. Count the basket and the foul for Brett Griffin.
So they went into a 1-2-2. It was sagging. It was more like a 3-2. I guess to counter that nail catch that had caught him earlier, but that takes away their home base. Dresden sitting in the middle, and so this time Breck is able to get down at the rim and do what he does so well. Get in there and draw another foul. We're starting to see foul trouble start to creep in. As are we bonus? I'm trying to see.
No, that's just the third team foul on Grantsville. So Griffin does knock it down. He has a game high 23, makes it a 1-point game. 54-53 Grantsville. Fossen swings it around to Moritzen. High post to Jensen. Underneath Dresden. Jensen got Breck Griffin with the block. See who they give the foul to. It's going to be on the help underneath of Conover.
The last two possessions, Grantsville has just been way too tentative. They haven't worked to get those nail catches that were causing a lot of problems. This possession, good adjustment, came back, got back at it, got that touch, and you could see Emery was way too high, and so Dresden was wide open underneath there, and that's where we almost got to see another nice dunk. But good adjustment by Grantsville to get back into that nail area to try to punish that zone as the forwards were way out on the three-point line.
Garrett Conover picked up his fourth foul. He'll check out as A.J. Thomas comes up back in for the Spartans. Jensen made the first to make it a 2-point Grantsville lead with 2:27 to go. No good on the second one, but an offensive rebound from Jackson Jensen to Dresden. They'll swing it around to Sparks, and he traveled.
Like the ball movement, but we've seen that just a couple times. Brigham did it first, Cole did it that time. On those reversals, they're so excited to get downhill, they take off before the ball hits the floor. That pivot foot can't leave until the ball hits the floor.
2:20 to go in the game. 2-point Grantsville lead.
They're going to stick with this 1-2-2.
Sittred right wing for three. And the lead. Porter Sittred with 18.
He's tough. He wanted the catch. Against the zone, they've really gone to him for three.
56-55 Emery. 2 minutes to go. Pass underneath to Dresden. Jensen takes a bump, kicks it underneath to Jackson. 10-footer, got it to go. Grantsville back in front.
Good two-man game right there. Dropping it down underneath, got too far under the gutter, set it into a sagging down in from the nail.
Lester up top, left side high to Thomas. Lobs high post to Griffin into the corner. Sittred open three. Short rebound by Thomas. Pumps, shovels it underneath to Lester. Off the glass and in. Emery back in front.
Beautiful passes. All the defense flew to him right there. And nice job getting underneath and being ready to score.
A lot of touch passes underneath to Dresden Jensen, and he gets the finish. Dresden Jensen now with 18 and a timeout called by Coach Riding. It is I believe it's a 30, but it's going to be a full. We'll take a 30-second break. 1:18 to go in the game in this 3A boys quarterfinal. Grantsville 59, Emery 58 on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Why did I choose Huntsman? To get real experience, real support, and a career focus from day one. Instead of regular classes on Fridays, we dive into workshops, build our network, and grow together. At the Huntsman School, we forge lifelong friendships, support each other through challenges, and celebrate our wins. Here, students graduate with experience and jobs waiting. We dare mighty things together. That's the Huntsman difference. Learn more at huntsman.usu.edu.
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
1:18 to go in the game as we come out of this timeout. Coach Riding calling this one. Dustin, what's he trying to work on here?
He's been flexing his zone. He went into that sagging 1-2-2, and then Porter still was able to get enough space to knock down that last three. Emery will seal and send him to the corner. I'm really curious to see what they want to do, and it looks like they're going to put a little token pressure on as well, but defensively, I'm assuming he's making a change. And it looks like they're going to go man.
Let's go man, yep.
So called the timeout, made a defensive change. Got to congratulate him on that short corner offense, though, because my goodness, it looked good that last possession.
Thomas with Jensen guarding him up top, picks up his dribble, bounces to Tanny, and Coach Justice didn't like what he was seeing, so he calls time.
Defensive change. They got a little stagnant in their action. They were planning on running something against a zone, and so they made the change, and then Coach Justice couldn't get the communication to get him moving right there and really just go back to your breath at the rim, because now Dresden was clear up at, what's that, 25 feet? he was up 25 feet. He's not down underneath there rim protecting where he's been so good here in the second half.
Morgan and Canyon View making their way into the gym. They play next. The winner of this game gets the winner of that one. Loser gets the loser. And this one's still very much in doubt. 59-58, Grantsville with the lead. Emery basketball. And as you said, when you look at this Emery offense, there's got to be a touch for Brett Griffin right here.
Yeah, he's your most efficient guy. Get him a good touch, get him something going at the rim, and let him get back to the free throw line. I think the free throw line right here for Emery is critical. Can you get there? And if you're Grantsville, you've got to hold them to one and done. No matter what defense you're in, get them a tough shot. Force them into a tough one. Do not let them get to the rim. Don't foul them and go there. You do have 3 team fouls for Grantsville, so if you foul early, you're okay. But, man, with a minute left, you'd like to save that for a little later.
Yeah.
If you're Emery on the other side, you've got fouls to give. You can be really aggressive for the ball when you have to go play defense here.
Emery basketball, Maddox Tandy to inbound on the near side. Looking for Lester, gets it to him, guarded by Sparks. Goes up the screen by Griffin, a slip screen by Griffin, drives in, and knocked it out of bounds by Grantsville. It'll be Emery ball.
Went horns right there, and I'm assuming they were looking for some other action, but he was able to get so downhill that, was that Lester?
Yeah.
He was able to just keep going and almost got there.
Box set here for the Spartans on the baseline out of bounds. Down the lane, Lester had it wide open, tried to do a one-hand catch, lost it, gathered it, and drew a foul.
Developed way late. They sent Porter and Breck off to that right side and sucked Lester down through to where he almost got a good look. See if they go there again.
Yep.
So
box set again here.
Screen Porter out, and then there was a slip.
They throw it out for Lester. Great catch in traffic.
Really nice baseline out of bound defense as well, because they didn't there's a lot of options right there, and they were able to take care of them all.
Right side high, Griffin. Deep three. Off the rim, no good. Tanny, the offensive rebound, draws the foul on the way up. Free throws coming for Maddox Tanny.
What a game he's having. He's coming in and just having a party on those boards. You couldn't ask for a better shot if you're Grantsville. Get Breck out there behind the college line and lifting. That's a whole lot better than him coming downhill. Maddox Tanny going to get an offensive board. Returning the favor on Grantsville, who's lived on offensive rebounds this whole game. And he's able to get himself to the line, which we talked about coming out of that break. The free throw line's where they needed to get to.
He hits the first one to tie the game. We've had 9 ties, 10 lead changes in this one.
I don't know if I would have guessed it was Maddox that was going to go to the line, though. But they were able to get to the line where it's been good for them.
They are 12 for 12.
They just keep dropping them.
Make it 13 for 13 for Emery from the charity stripe. Ben Johansson into the game for the Spartans for Porter Citric. 41 seconds to go. Emery in front, 60-59.
That puts Johansson up there on that left side on the top.
Fossen lobs high post to Jensen. Quickly out to Sparks. Back to Fossen. Short corner to Dresden Jensen. All the way in for the dunk. Grantsville back in front.
He did not settle for the little short corner jumper. He saw it open up and went and smashed it down.
Nearly an Emery turnover. Now Griffin dribbles in. Left wing he goes to Conover. And he'll draw the foul on Fossen. That'll be his 4th. And that will send Conover to the line to shoot 2.
And that is where they've been living. They didn't have that foul to give anymore. Here in the 1-point game, no more shot clock. Big foul. Big foul. I like the aggressiveness of Emery. They attacked and were able to draw that foul.
First free throw from Conover. Nails it.
My goodness, they've been good for the line today. This morning.
Ties the game at 61. Thomas and Citrid back in.
A little confusion on who they're supposed to be in for. It says he's coming for the shooters, which is interesting because last time defensive position, they poured Polar out.
Yeah, but they went so quickly to offensive, you have to wonder if they just need him on the floor still.
Yeah.
Timeout called. We're going to keep it right here with 19.2 seconds to go in the game. We're all tied up at 61. And Coach Justice does still have 1 timeout remaining. Grantsville, Coach Riding does have 2 timeouts left, I believe, once we see that adjust on the scoreboard. But we're tied at 61 here.
I like that timeout right there because it allows the shooter to have to take a minute to think, but now you can organize because it's going to be the same organization either way. what do you want to do coming down, and realistically, how do you get Dresden coming out of the gutter for a catch to get you going there? And so if you're Emery on the other side, how do you make sure Jackson doesn't get the catch at the nail to go there? Because Dresden needs the touch coming down the stretch right here. He's just so tough. But then can you keep him underneath the gutter if you're Emery to where he can't come out, and he's got to give it to Jackson to hopefully it's over the front of the rim. Jackson's got to move himself to get a little better angle. Are they patient enough to get there? Now, we've seen Jordan Fossen get to the rim against the zone as well.
Yeah. Conover goes to the line to shoot one more.
And then on the other side, Emery, what do they do to give a little token pressure? Well, now, how are we doing that? You're supposed to have your substitution within 15 seconds left of the timeout.
Yeah, so they didn't get it in,
Okay,
and so
yeah.
Thomas comes back in. Johansson stands at the scores table. Citrid is not set to check in now. Conover at the line.
So they're going to keep him out.
Misses it short, and the rebound to Moritzen. Shot clock turned off in a tie game.
So if you don't shoot early, which they have done everything except can't lose.
Emery will use one of their fouls as Lester fouls Foston. That'll be the first on Logan Lester, third team foul, and now Johansson comes in for A.J. Thomas.
Well, I like the awareness that they knew their fouls, but that was just a sloppy foul. Go get the ball. Use that foul for something to try to make something happen for your team. Turn them over.
11 seconds to go. They do have one more foul to give, does Emery.
Now it's under 8, so you're going to be safe.
Down to 6. Off the screen, Fossen. Pick and roll for Jensen. Got cut off. Ball's loose. He tips it to Sparks for 3. No good at the horn. And over in this 4-12 quarterfinal matchup.
Way to start the tournament off right here in Cedar City. Going to free basketball.
61-61 is your score at the end of regulation. We'll take the 30-second break and come back with OT next on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Now back to the court for more high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Back here at the America First Event Center, overtime between number 4 Emery, number 12 Grantsville, with a berth in the semifinals on the line. Let's look at the foul trouble coming into this one. Grantsville, Cole Sparks, and Jordan Fossen, each with 4 fouls. The big guys are fine, they've got 2. For Emery, it is Garrett Conover with 4 fouls. And so you've got 3 players, 2 on Grantsville, 1 on Emery, in foul trouble coming into this final extra 4 minutes.
Well, and Conover does good stuff, but they've got a guy that can come off for Conover.
Yeah.
But Grantsville doesn't have the guard play as much to come in for Cole or Jordan, so that'll be interesting to see as that comes into play. Now, obviously, Allred, the freshman, can do some stuff and is a nice one coming off the bench, but they don't want to get there.
Jensen controls the tip for the Cowboys. Fossen across the timeline.
Emery's showing us some man at different times. There's some confusion. There we go.
Left side high to Sparks. Short corner to Jensen. Back to Sparks. Swing it around. Sparks again on the wing. Right wing Moritz.
There. The middle's coming open now. There it is.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Moritzen for 3. The sophomore with a big overtime triple. He has 11.
Dresden didn't try to throw it into the nail, and that was critical because they've turned over so many times their Max wide open.
Yeah, he got wide open and knocks down the 12-footer from the short corner. Tanny with 9.
So just a breakdown defensively by Grantsville, not even knowing what they were doing.
Up the floor, Sparks for 3, no good. And a foul on the rebound will go on Jackson Jensen as Conover hits the floor hard.
Looked like they knocked knees.
Yeah.
When they were up
He
there.
grabbed that left knee.
Yeah.
That'll be the 3rd on Jackson Jensen.
And just got over pursuing the ball there. So that should give Conover free throws, shouldn't it?
Yeah, a loose ball, so
Yeah.
it's not an offensive foul.
All right. Which then Coach Justice can pick his best free throw shooter to come on the floor.
It'll be Logan Lester that will come in. He has not taken a free throw today. Emery again is 13
They have
for
just nail, though.
No, 14 for 15 from the line.
So Lester will get to shoot these. As both teams coming out, just firing in overtime, getting after it real aggressive. Jackson
gets the first.
Feeling a little left out since he wasn't in foul trouble. Got to creep up a little bit more.
Man, gets them both. Emery goes in front. It's our 13th lead change, 11 ties in this game.
It's going to be zone here.
Sparks to Fossen. High post to Jackson Jensen. Out to Sparks. Left wing Moritzen. Short corner Dresden. Quick pass to Jackson. Off the back of the rim, no good. Got his own rebound. Goes back up too hard. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Fossen. Emery basketball.
Got some good opportunities being able to split the zone. Just not able to get him to drop.
Emery with a 1-point lead and the ball in overtime. Griffin left open. 3 from the corner. Off the glass, no good. Reboundsville, Emery basketball.
Grantsville went man that possession, and they had no clue who was in what. They got lucky right there.
Box set here for the Spartans.
That slip's coming open right there.
They got Griffin wide open, and he draws the foul. That'll be the 4th on Jackson Jensen. Brett Griffin will go back to the free throw line.
We talked about how they guarded that baseline of bounds in the 4th quarter really quite well, but you could see that the slip was starting to come open. What's happening is Breck is screening for Porter coming to the three-point line, and on that screen, they're trying to decide whether they're going to switch or stay, and if you switch, Brett can slip right there, and he did. And then he even got more open because he put him on his back as Grantsville stood up rather than trying to recover.
24.
Another made free throw.
Yeah, another made free throw.
It's been good.
.25 now for Griffin. He is a perfect 9 for 9 from the free throw line. 3-point Emery lead. This overtime started with a Grantsville 3. Now they trail by 3. Jensen with a great catch. Counted in the foul. Dresden Jensen with 22 and a chance to add to it here as Brett Griffin picks up his first.
When they came down the floor, you could see that there was going to be an opportunity right there for a nail catch early. They hadn't been given that as much, so they got that, and Jackson turned, and he was patient. Dresden didn't really push up as much as I would want him out of the gutter, but he pushed up enough because he's so dang long, able to get that catch.
He ties the game up with the made free throw. 2:15 to go. We're tied at 67.
Grantsville still isn't very clean. They're in a zone.
Griffin up top. Dribbling at the right hand. Dumps it off to Tanny. Pumps. Put it up off the glass and in.
They stopped the drive, but Dresden decided he wanted to help too, so he went clear up. That zone was up at 15 feet. Maddox just by himself.
Sparks for 3. Off the rim, no good. Thomas the rebound. I love the Griffin just rose up and immediately went with that pass. It was smart play. Now Griffin has it. Drives through. Left wing Thomas for 3. Short. Rebound down the lane to Fossen.
Yeah,
Emery leads by 2.
He's a sophomore.
Yeah. Fossen weaves through traffic and gets the finish to tie the game.
That's the Jordan Fossen we know. Man, he's an athlete and he can get going.
69-69, 1:24 to go in overtime.
They're still in the 2-3 zone, but it's lower this time.
Griffin turned around from 16, knocks it down. He has 27 from the sophomore, and Coach Justice dances onto the floor for a timeout.
Yes, he did, wanting to get a stop so he can talk about how he wants to defend this next possession. But Breck, with that catch, he had to go over Dresden. Dresden ended up lifting up there to contest it. Turning and shooting, he has put so much time in. That is a really hard shot.
It is, and he's made a lot of them today.
He is good at it. That's like, there are rules where as a team we don't shoot this shot, and as a team we don't ever think of shooting this shot. Breck doesn't count in those.
No.
Like
There's always
that is a great
exceptions to
shot.
rules.
There in everything. If you put enough time into it, and Breck has, he can elevate and spin and shoot as well as we've seen. Now look at this. We've got somebody headed to the locker room right there.
Yeah, Garrett Conover.
Oh, that knee. Yeah, he's hurt. We've got a fun one right here. Coach Justice getting that timeout, having a discussion of defensively, how are you going to stop those nail catches because they're breaking you down, and then Dresden is slipping up out of it. if you're on the other side, stay patient, because if you move that zone enough, the nail catches are coming open. And Dresden, if he'll look to seal up and in out of that gutter, he'll be open.
2-point Emery lead, 1:16 to go. Conover's back out of the tunnel now, so whatever they did, it was quick.
Yes, they did.
Grantsville now has 3 players with 4. Grantsville basketball. Fossen with it. He'll bring it up in a 2-point game. Guarded by Lester. Off the screen. Drives right side. Has an open lane as everybody fell away, and he ties it up.
I think Emery went man right there, and it was a perfect ball screen to set it up, and Jordan stayed patient. He didn't do anything guessing. He just saw what came open and took advantage.
12 now for Fossen. 71 all. Griffin picks up his dribble. Up top to Tanny. Fakes the handoff. Tanny from 17 rises. In and out, but he drew the foul. Free throws coming for Maddox Tanny. That'll be on Dresden Jensen, his 3rd.
Grantsville went man that possession, and as it moved through it, they brought Dresden up into that pick and roll. They really forced him into a tough shot, but Dresden overplaying it, just using the adrenaline that's going on in this overtime game with 44 seconds, and just overplayed it on Tanner.
Tanny rims out on the first one. Porter Citrud into the game for the Spartans.
Which it's hard to understand, Coach Justice. I can't find a rhythm because he's sitting Porter on defensive possessions and then he's not. This time he's not.
Second free throw, got it. So Tanny makes 1 of 2. He has 13, and it's a 1-point Emery lead. There's 8 seconds between the shot clock and game clock. 35 seconds to go in the game. Up top, Fossen to Sparks. They swing it around. High post for Jensen. Makes a nice catch to the corner to Moritzen for 3. Nails it!
Watch him move without the ball. It is amazing because when he got that catch, he dropped right to the corner. He doesn't stand and wait. He was kind of open if he stood. But because of his movement and the great passing of Jackson, he was wide open. What a heck of a catch and shoot.
2 sophomores in this game getting it done. Moritzen for the Cowboys, Griffin for the Spartans. And a big 3 there from Brigham Moritzen. He has 14 now for Grantsville. They go up by 2 to go in the game. So Coach Riding calling the timeout here to set his defense. What's he doing? On the flip side, what's Coach Justice going to go to?
Oh, yeah. Coach Riding's been going to man a little more in these situations. And so if I'm Coach Justice, I'm excited. Like, I'm expecting a man right here. So let me get my guys going downhill. And right now, depending on I don't have my notes to look at right now, but he's got a couple actions that he'll use to get both of them downhill, Porter or Breck. You got to have that coming and then crash the offside for the dump pass. Now, if they go zone, they've been lifting up because they get panicking. Grantsville has. So make sure your guys know to come and collapse under and lay up right there. So he's got to have a zone man call right here, and then you just got to execute out of it. I'm curious what Coach Riding's wanting to go with right here. 25 seconds. A little token pressure. Now, you can't really side and ride and run Breck. You need to stay in front of him and just stay flat, and he doesn't even put anything on him. So they're going to go man. I'm excited right here.
He crossed over and he dribbled it out of bounds off his foot. An Emery turnover.
Came up just enough and overshot. Just Jackson Jensen coming up. Oh, it was Citrud's foot. Knocked it out. Yeah. Teammate damage.
Jensen inbounds to Fossen. He's quickly fouled by Griffin, so the second foul on Griffin will send Jordan Fossen to the line. He's 0 for 2 from the charity stripe in the game.
So probably not a bad thing in game feeling right there, going with him with the quick foul instead of seeing if you can get a trap, as he's missed those 2. On the season, he's been about 55%, so again, probably a good call knowing that, hey, if he catches, that's who we want to foul.
Crowd gets loud. Fossen nails the first one.
Love it out of the senior, stepping up, pushing it to a long possession game. Decisions, if you can get this going 2 possessions, that's critical.
And he gets the bounce. Fossen gets them both. He has 6 points in overtime, 14 for the Cowboys, and it's a 4-point Grantsville lead with 18 seconds to go in the game. It is a 30-second timeout. Again, we'll keep it here. I should say 18 seconds to go in overtime. It's been a high-scoring overtime as you've got Grantsville's put up 15 points, 11 for Emery.
So much time left, though, with 18 seconds.
Yes.
There's so much of this game that Grantsville's got to understand how they want to take time off the clock for Emery. Look to see if you can make a move and not get something quick and easy, and then don't foul them. Don't get yourself in a situation where you foul. And then once you get it, depending on how much time you took off, be strong with getting inbounds. You've got a timeout if you've got to take it to protect you, but then protect the ball and get fouled again. But now get it to your free throw shooter that's going to make it. And, hey, the senior did step up and knock those down even at 55% on the season.
Yeah.
So they're going to come up, put a guy.
Griffin will bring it up the floor. Picked up by Jensen. Griffin crosses, drives all the way in, hangs in the air, no good. Missed it short off the glass, and a foul on the rebound will send Jackson Jensen to the line to shoot two.
Well, and having the shot blocker coming back, Dresden, they'd gone man, and he had drug himself. His guy had drug him clear down to where he was able to come over and help on Breck. One of the few times we've seen where there's some problems. That length really hasn't caused Breck many issues.
Right.
But Grantsville chose to go man and let him really just go to the rim. But thankfully for the rim protector to cause him to miss right there.
First free throw from Jensen, too hard. He was 2 for 3 before that one today.
And man, what a game he's played. He won't show up in the stats nearly as much, but he has been critical. He's been 64% on the season, but he has been so key on that nail, and then defensively and offensive rebounds.
He gets the second one, makes it a 5-point game for Grantsville. He has 11. Griffin, quick three on the way, nothing but net. Coach Justice will use his final timeout in a 5 seconds in a 2-point game here between Grantsville and Emery.
Need to take care of the ball and get it in bounds, but you don't want to throw right underneath the hoop. It'd be nice if you can figure out how to get it in, if depending on how they're going to choose to guard this, get it in down the floor a little ways with 5 seconds. But if it was 3, I'd just send my guys down there, circle them up and throw it into the circle. But with 5, there's enough time they can get back down the floor if there's a weird turnover.
Yeah. So
you really got to get it in bounds. Your best offensive player. So how do you get him coming straight down on the ball? He seals him off and gets a catch. But you got to have some couple safeties right there as well. But you can't bring everybody in. You got to have a way to clear people out, because you can't have it so congested that you can't get it in. Because if they can turn you over, you're in trouble right here. Now it looks like they'll go to a straight foul, not try to trap you. With 8, I would like to see a quick trap and see if I can turn you over, but with 5, it's too short.
Too short.
You got to foul.
77-75, number 12 Grantsville looking for back-to-back upset victories in the state tournament, trying to move on to play Morgan or Canyon View in the semifinals at 7:30 tomorrow night. Emery trying to find a way to come from behind here in overtime.
Just flash the giant, heading towards your three-point line and throwing the ball.
Moritson
there he goes.
Throws it in for Jackson Jensen, quickly fouled by Thomas. 1 second coming off on A.J. Thomas. That'll be his second. Jackson Jensen, who is 3 for 5 from the line today, heads back there again with a chance to ice it.
Yeah, if he can put that to 2 possessions, then it's over. If he can at least get one, and that's where my whole heart bleeds, because I love one-on-ones, because it puts you in tough spots here. And a lot of times in overtime, you're not going to be there anyway. It'll be bonus, but I miss one-on-ones. Had to get that in there.
First one for Jensen.
Now, Grantsville's got guys left on the line. Obviously, this one, it won't matter.
Hits the first one.
So I don't know about leaving them up there. He's got his guards up there, but...
And they both have 4 fouls.
Yeah, and so he's leaving them on the line with 3.9. Jackson's had a whale of a game.
Got it. Huge free throw from Jackson Jensen. He has 13. Porter Citrud with it. Throws it up at the horn, and that will do it. The Grantsville Cowboys, the 12th seed, moves on to the semifinals with a 79-75 win over number 4 Emery here at the 3A state tournament. We'll take a break and come back with the Sunrise Engineering postgame show next on Centracom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
Now that was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Jeez.
State Bank of Southern Utah is not just another bank. We are your neighbors and your local financial partners, interested in building long-term relationships.
When you choose State Bank, you invest in our community. Your money stays here and is reinvested in family, building Southern Utah.
Each one of our 17 branches is staffed and ready to serve you.
Come and experience the difference of true community banking at State Bank of Southern Utah.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring to be great. Join us at the Huntsman School of Business, where we dare mighty things. That's the Huntsman difference.
This is Nate Christensen at Zions Bank. We're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. And with a branch right around the corner, we're here for you wherever you are. For all your personal and business banking needs, come visit us and let us show you how Zions Bank is for you.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Now back to the court for more high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the America First Event Center on the campus of Southern Utah University. This is the Sunrise Engineering postgame show serving communities like yours all over the western United States. That's Sunrise Engineering. Your final in this